Good afternoon, YouTube. Alright, backyard, end of summer season, garden tour slash it's autumn, so I guess it's an autumn garden tour as well. See where things are. My backyard is still a mess. Yeah, it's in transition. I dislike this point of the year because trying to basically put in what we can get to grow in Canberra for food over autumn and winter. While it's still throwing hot days, it's throwing cold nights, so everything's just goes into shock. And if something doesn't like the day and likes the night temperature, it doesn't like the night temperature, and likes the day temperature. So bear with me. So we've got things up here on the deck under cover. These are more of our summery things that we're trying to keep alive at night time while we're trying to sort out our greenhouse. So I got a few new things from delis. We got the Goji Berry, and I got two of those actually. I got, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's a red cherry, just a different variety. Two of those. I did get a Panama berry that's elsewhere. I took a cutting of my sweet potato and it's doing really well. My husband's got like sage and lily pillies and what's this? Yeah, lily pillies. We've got the last stragglers of the beans in pots, the tomatoes in pots. As you can see, neighbour's a bit noisy. Everything's dying off because we're hitting 4 overnight and it doesn't like it, and I don't blame it, but what can you do? But we're still getting some decent sized tomatoes, and our first eggplant. Isn't it beautiful? Now this is actually from a advanced plant we bought when we were in Kempsey for an amazing farm there. Still got our ox heart going alright with some new growth on the side. This looks awful because my kids play with it. As you can see, the Chuggington. So trying to grow some of these really big Yakima giant, that just came off my hand, Yakima giant snow peas, trying to trellis them up. It's not really working. I don't know if I'll just pull those out, because I don't think that's going to live very long. My son likes to play here and pull them around. What I do have here is from the blackberry, the thornless blackberry. I think this one's the Chester blackberry. I have propagation going on. So I have just the tip, which is like these, just from the lateral branches, basically pushed down into the soil, covered on top, leave it a couple of weeks and you'll get a root system. I've got one under here as well. So I'll have at least 2 new Chester blackberry plants to put out the front. I'm just trying to basically weave them down and around the railing of the stairs. So as you can see, that's a lot of thornless blackberry main canes. Last year, for reference, we had 2 main canes, so 2 of these, and there are more than 2 there. And you saw from previous videos just how dense that got. I'm not about to pull them out because they're from the one main root bundle mainly in there. I did pull a couple of little ones out the front, but once they're this thick, like thicker than your thumb, there's no pulling that out without wrecking it. And why would I just cut down our fruit production? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's just going to be like a very overgrown, like cave kind of cubby house thing, which Caroline will probably like, my daughter. So we had 2 main canes this past growing season, and from what I can see there's about 11 in there now, so that's going to be insane once they grow all their lateral branches next spring, summer, and put on all their fruit on the laterals. That's going to be a lot of blackberries. We've got all these little scragglers down here, a mix of the thornless Chester blackberry and some raspberries. In here, again, try to grow some snow peas up there. It's not really going the best. All good things never really go to plan. That's okay. I put this in here just to give what was supposed to be bush beans. The packet said some structure to climb, because they're looking a lot more like climbing beans, especially when they start climbing my thornless Chester, and even go so far as to hold on to the spider web. So I'm going to give it something to hold on to, and hopefully we'll get some beans in about a fortnight. They're starting to put flower buds on. Anyway, so they'll only be going for the next couple of weeks, and then they'll be pulled out. Nasturtiums I grew from seed are going amazingly. This whole area needs a good mow. It looks awful, but I'm trying to put that out of my mind for now and just focus on what I can do, because I can't really do too much about the mowing when I could basically destroy all the fruit we've been waiting for. So we've got a little taster crop from the summer fruiting raspberries just on the tip. Then when it's done, I'll cut it off and then leave it over winter, and then the rest of them will form down the rest of the cane. We've been getting at least 3 or 4 big raspberries a day, up to 10 raspberries a day at the moment, big ones, which my daughter's really happy about, which is really nice to have and to see when you're kind of missing all the fruit, since it's getting so cold. So lots and lots everywhere. Again, try to propagate from the laterals and all that. More blackberries, more raspberries. This little zucchini, I've left one on it. It's massive. It's the size of my foot for reference. Oops. It's huge. So that's going to be my seed stock for the Black Beauty zucchini. Lots more. Tomatoes everywhere. The vines have just gone nutty, and that's after I've pruned them and pulled out this year's fruiting vines. This is next year's. This is crazy. And all the laterals have come off because they were pruned early and given enough time to think and breathe. So again, more raspberries, and this one's actually got a red one. I think that's mine. Yum. Oh, I can see some more berries in there. I don't know if you can see that. Need to find a way in. It's a bit tricky at the moment. But where did I see it? Of course, on the other side. It's okay. I will find a way in. I will find a way in. Here, I'll have a little look. Oh yeah, more raspberries. Hiding. Hiding, hiding. That was a nice surprise. Can't see any more. Pop out. Oops. Oops. I'll pop out of there and pulled along with me the silverberry arm. That can live there for the moment. More propagation, silverberries along here. The arms are massive. This one's actually a purple native raspberry along here with the tiny leaves. And that's just an insane mesh together in there. Absolutely nuts. Silverberries, raspberries, native raspberries. Oh my goodness. So, and I can also see glass gem corn there popping up. This one, the whole plant's basically gone, except it seems to still be supporting this Lebanese zucchini, so I'm keeping that on there for seed. This crazy pumpkin vine did not actually fruit. This is one vine, no, two vines. These vines did not fruit. Not sure what they are, but you know, it's not dead yet. It's surviving quite well, and Frost hasn't got to it yet, so you never know. Frost has got to this in old age. This is a Cocozel zucchini, my last zucchini. It's got a mature fruit hiding under there. It's huge. Again, seed stock. More tomatoes. More craziness. Pumpkin vines. Like, this is where I look at it and go, just where do I start? Where do I start? Especially since you can still find tomatoes in there. Kind of don't want to pull out too much and miss the opportunity for food to be grown. More silverberry, tip propagation, Malabar spinach. These were my seeds. They didn't work. I mean, well, obviously they did work, but they didn't grow in time, and I planted them, golly, I planted those ones in December. So, you know, it's the end of March. So what I ended up having to do is from Kempsey, ended up buying this one start Malabar spinach, a different variety. So the other one was green. This is a red. Reddy purple things seem to go and grow well here in Canberra. So and we've harvested from this a lot. And it's putting its berries on. You can eat them, they just taste like spinach, they're not very tasty. And they'll have the seed in it, and we'll seed save that again for next year, but I don't know. In truth, for those kind of temperamental things, I will probably go back to the same farm and get starts. Same with the basil. I don't know, chili is a bit of hit and miss. More propagation, and this is the random, I don't know what berry fruit this is. This is something that came up from my smoothie. It's still growing. That was back at the start of spring. The lime berries are looking good under protection. And I still have an apple right there. Still growing. I'll probably get that in the next couple of days. Snake beans. And our crazy amount of plants. Now if you've come along with us for any of this journey, you'll know that we just have an insane amount of everything. Some we give away, some we keep, some we sell. Yeah. So this is some of our little babies for autumn and winter. Some just didn't like life very much. These ones, pak choi, I don't know what happened. I will probably just direct seed plant them. Whereas these ones are Taste of Europe curly scarlet kale. They're actually doing really well. They're alright. Broccoli's doing okay. But I've planted out a lot already. Long bark, it's okay. I've planted out a lot of that. The bright light silver beet, it's doing nice. I've planted some out. This one, I don't really eat a lot of it. It's really just because it's pretty, because the stem grows and then it's multicoloured, yellow, orange, red, white, pink, all of that. I've got lots of snow peas, propagating runners of the bubbleberry and all the other strawberries. 2 trays of broccoli. These ones were seed that were gifted to us, seed saved from someone's garden here in Canberra. They're already acclimatised, they're doing really well. More strawberry runners taking a bit of the beating that they've pulled out because they're overtaking everything. Peppermint stick celery, so this one's a stripe like the candy cane. Apparently, so that's doing alright. Cauliflower, okay, but a bit leggy. I mean, everything's a bit leggy. The weather and the sun's up and down and backwards and forwards. Rocket, it's fine. All year cauliflower, it's alright. Got some goji berries from Bunnings. Not sure if they'll survive, we'll see. I hope they do, but it's just one of those things. It may work, it may not work. This is actually jumping into life. That's something I thought was actually dead. It's dwarf bean. It's got some flowers and it's going to give some beans. Okay, greenhouse. So it's a bit bare on some sides. Still quite hot sometimes during the day. Landcress. Trying to see if I can get some of my silverberry plants to propagate. Some aren't loving it, some are. You get that. There's always a percentage that don't survive, and that's just life. More capsicums. Got the Brazilian cherries down there. More berries. Trying to propagate some of the raspberries and the thornless blackberries. Most of it's not working. Some is, some isn't. I mean, again, you get that. My little fig I got off the Buy Nothing swapping groups. I gave my chamomile a trim and it's burst back into life. Blueberries are loving it under here. They finished their fruiting and they're just enjoying the protection from the elements. Apples and silverberries. Gooseberries, miracle berry. This one's supposed to, you have a berry and it turns everything sour sweet for half an hour. So I've just only recently acquired that. Panama berries. They're supposed to be like caramelly, and these are ice cream bean plants. Hopefully they survive winter. Bush cherry, aka lily pillies. We've got the chilies and the basil and whatnot in here. Again, just trying to protect them from the elements, from the cold nights. I mean, that seems to be agreeing with the chili plants. I remember to take the flowers off all the basil so it doesn't go to seed and die and thinks it's done its job and stopped producing. Also, it changes the flavour apparently of the leaves. It turns it more kind of a bitter flavour. Bit windy, sorry about that. More seed stock, zucchinis, massive. Couple of little garden beds under here. More things in pots, chilies, ferns. Currants that didn't work this year, I don't know. I don't think they got enough sun where we actually put them because we thought we'd protect them from the hot weather, and what we end up doing, I think, is blocking their ability to get enough sun. So, take two, try again next year. That's alright. I mean, the corn has just gone absolutely berserk. I mean, it's got to be 3.5 meters high. And you can see it's way past the top of the shade house. And that thing's massive. It's taller than I am at its tip. Mind you, I'm only a small person, so... We thought we'd see how uncovered brassicas and leafy things went. I mean, you're gonna get some bug bites. It's just what happens. Another pumpkin. Not quite sure what that one is. I hope it's a squash. Pumpkins. Corn. A little pumpkin in there. Chilies are still going amazing there. Scarlet runner beans stopped flowering. It's too cold for it now. It's got lots of amazingly huge pods. So basically all I'm expecting from the scarlet runner bean now is for it to mature up its pods so that we can save the seed, go again next year. Well, not next year, next season. I've got some tomatoes here. Tomatoes. They look good. Here's some scarlet runner bean pods. They're just, hang on, they're phenomenally huge. They're absolutely huge. And they get bigger. There's a stack of scarlet runner beans everywhere. I think I planted 20 plants. That was crazy. I had no idea how big this vine would get, and it's an insane looking jungle. Honestly. Next time, 5 plants. Just 5, and that will be plenty. So this is the pineapple sage. I cut it right down. It's jumped back again. I really should have brought a bowl for harvesting things along the way. I always see things. And then Carolina raspberry, my new autumn fruiter. It's really sweet. Finally, flowers from the pineapple sage. This is insane. This is why I really wanted it, because it will give you beautiful colour when you haven't got that much colour in autumn. There's another Carolina raspberry. That's very sweet. Haven't got too much else going on. I mean, I just need that little smell to get off those because they're my zebra beans. I don't have very many of those, and I would like to save for seed the ones I do and be able to grow them again next year. Runners are going crazy from the strawberries and the pine berries. Ginger, lots of ginger. It seems to be going alright now that it's cooled down a bit. It's really something that does not love a heck of a lot of heat stressing it out. This is kind of fallen everywhere. I'm going to have to get out here and fix it. I do have more sweet potato under there. And we're going to get more rain, so if it has a hint of blush, I'm going to pick these tomatoes, these little cherry tomatoes, because otherwise they'll either go yuck or split or... Sorry for the screen. More ginger, more strawberries, pineberry planter, raspberry planter, ruby Ann, strawberry, I love that colour. Bubble berries behind there, more runners, elderberry, blueberries. I mean, I still have that, I'll show you. I haven't been doing too much around here. I still have this crazy amount of Chilean guavas and strawberries and things in there. A lot of spider webs. I need to clean that out. So this is the Chester blackberry in here, just a little one, just a baby. And then I have raspberries under there, in all stages. They look amazing. Mint. And we've got snake beans. They've been producing quite a bit lately. Or yardlong beans or noodle beans or whatever you want to call them, long beans. Thai basil's still looking great. I mean, the flowers are just going crazy now. You can't pick them off quick enough, and that's just one of those things. It kind of gets to that point where you just let it go. It's a pumpkin. No idea what that one is. The bitter melon had a heap of flowers the other day. Here we go. Yeah. Bitter melon fuzz. More beans. They're flowering. Got these little garden beds. I'm replanting all the used lemongrass, and I think I put some mustard down here for mustard greens. They're the Yakima giant snow peas. I don't know, things don't seem to be going very well. Maybe it's just too hot. So that end one gets the most sun. Then I've got these. Gets some, half sun, and then this gets, I don't know, about a quarter sun, which has got all the advanced starts under. I don't know how much you can see through that netting. Advanced starts. And this one doesn't get very much sun at all. But it seems to be doing some of the best, and it's not even covered. I've got some celery just from like growing from kitchen scraps, so it's regrowing itself. I've got another one over there, a couple strawberries, and just some Chinese winter and autumn veg. Finally, the flowers of the autumn fruiting raspberry in this section are opening. Loganberry doesn't seem to like it there very much. Not sure what to do. Boysenberry's coming along. Another one around here somewhere. There it is. Potted up raspberries. Snow peas are doing alright there. I keep putting them in different places to try and experiment to see where they might actually like it the most and sort of know what kind of climate they're going to want in my backyard. Loganberry there has continued to grow, and I had to put a string along here. So hopefully it will grow along that, and we'll be able to pick loganberries off that come next summer. Alright, I think that's it for the moment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're planting for autumn and winter. Have you started yet? Are you leaving it a bit longer? And how's your summer garden going? Like, has it finished? Are you in between like I am? Have you reefed it out? Alright, I'd love to know. Until next time, bye.